San Diego Comic-Con. So, San Diego Comic-Con right around the corner, July 24th through July 27th. So, right when Fantastic Four comes out. And I'm going to be honest with you. This is unfortunately the most booty year. This is the most if you wanted to go, and it's probably not going to be as crowded as you would expect it. The year to go. This the year to go because all the major studios are not showing up. I don't know if I can pull it up. How many San Diego Comic Con? Not. Let me see if the tweet pops up. But like literally almost every studio is not showing up. Marvel isn't going to have a major presence. DC is only going to be talking about Peacemaker, although I wonder if their minds will change after this weekend. Sony, Paramount, a lot of these studios are not showing up, and the actual people that are, it's kind of it's not really much of a banger year, but I still want to go through some of the ones because yeah, I see it in the chat. I see it in the chat with some of the people. FNAF 2, baby. FNAF 2. FNAF 2. Okay. Oh, and yeah, see, there's some gems in there, and that's what we're going to talk about here. So let's go into looking at the schedule for this year. So CDC movie schedule. I have it here pulled up, and we can see the programs that we'll be having. I think it's here's the best. Okay. So here we are. I'm only going to go through the ones that really matter to us. So Percy Jackson and the Olympian season 2. Disney will have a little panel on that. Cool for them. I'm surprised. I feel like they have botched the marketing on Twisted Metal season 2. Doesn't that come out in like a day or two, or is it already out? I have not seen very many promotions, and that first season was surprisingly enjoyable. If you guys still have not seen the first season of Twisted Metal with Anthony Mackie based on the PlayStation game, it starts a little cringy, but once the story gets rolling, dude, that's a pretty fun show. So I can't wait to see season 2. Strangers Chapter 2 is gonna have a panel. Oh, dude, I cannot wait to see what they can reveal to get me excited for this because that last Stranger movie. But I want to have hope this next one gonna be good. But Strangers Chapter 2, I'd also like to know about Chapter 3, what they have in store for that, and how they plan to release and wrap that up. We'll find out, y'all. Obviously, the big one a lot of y'all are curious about, Blumhouse's Five Nights at Freddy's. Anyone can survive 5 nights. Can you handle this? The filmmakers and star of Blumhouse's Five Nights at Freddy's to invite you behind the curtain of the terrifying new chapter from the heist. This one, yes. This one, thumbs up. I'm curious about what they're going to say, what they're going to reveal. We just heard that report the other day that Five Nights at Freddy's had test screenings where audiences were actually coming out very enthused and happy. They're set to be introducing more horror into the sequel. Yes, I want to know more, and I actually know a couple of friends that will be there. I was even curious to go this year. I was like, dude, nobody's gonna be there. That's the perfect year for me to go, because usually when all the big studios, Marvel, all them show up, I gotta be at my desk. I gotta be ready to hit record on that camera and make the content for you, but year like this with not a lot there, this might be the year I go and just have fun and enjoy. Be like, this is what it's like. Okay. So Blumhouse will have that. There is another interesting Blumhouse thing we'll talk about. Toxic Avenger, that's still coming. Happy for that. Let's see here for the next day. Phineas and Ferb. Alien Earth is going to have a premiere, so we'll get our first reactions from people about the Alien Earth TV show, which I actually think looks really good. I cannot wait to see that. Long Walk, nice. Lilo and Stitch, for some reason, will have a panel. They'll probably actually give us details on the sequel. They'll probably be able to tell us then what we can expect from the sequel. I really don't think they're going to just do exactly what the actual animated Lilo and Stitch movies did. I think they will take elements from that, like Stitch and all his cousins with Reuben and Leroy and all those other characters. But I think they're going to create an original story to fit their universe and what they've created, which we'll see how it goes. Futurama, Bob's Burgers, or The Rookie, a bunch of TV show, Family Guy. Paradise is a good show if you guys haven't seen that. But it's what I mean. It's like, that's about it. It's more Twisted Metal. Day 4, a sneak peek at the Lucas Museum. That's nice for him. And that's like looking about it. It's like that's the stuff you can look forward to. I think it's not mentioned here, but there is also supposed to be a panel for Tron and what's his name? Predator Borderlands. So that'll be interesting to get more about that. But the other one, I was kind of like, okay, what does that mean? It wasn't mentioned here, but they are talk about it. And we always have to tame our expectations with this, unfortunately. But the Jason universe, let me just read that real quick. Some Spider-Man news, what's that? Okay, cool. Okay, so the Jason Universe, they put out a tweet letting us know they plan to be at San Diego Comic-Con, that they're going to be celebrating the 45th anniversary for Jason, and they're going to be revealing some stuff. And like here in IGN, they just said 45th exclusive, look at multiple standout giveaways and deep dives in Jason's blood-soaked history and looking ahead. The interesting part is the official account tags some interesting people. See, if you have it here, it says, don't miss our celebrating 45 years of Friday the 13th panel, The Room, and then they tagged Atomic Monster and Blumhouse. That's a big deal, because as far as we know right now, buddy, ain't nothing with the Jason universe connected to Blumhouse and Atomic Monster. Reminder, these are the two companies, James Wan's company, Atomic Monster, and Blumhouse. They have partnered up. They are all one company now. They work together. They're also going to be the ones behind the new Saw reboot, Atomic Monster, Blumhouse. There is nothing that we have been announced to that involves them. So it's very interesting that they will be at the panel and they're going to reveal something, talk about something. Again, we have to tame our expectations because we've seen now the Jason universe has unfortunately been nothing but a big merchandise marketing ploy. Sure, we're getting Crystal Lake, which they do talk about that they're going to discuss. I think they're going to talk a little bit about the A24 show, which I'm still looking forward to. And I know there's been set photo reveals about like what Linda Cardellini is going to look like as Voorhees' mom. They've been getting copy strikes, so I'm not going to show it. But if you've seen it, you've seen it. And it's just her like in an outfit like she works at a diner. But anyways, to have this attached, Blumhouse and Atomic Monster, they're going to be there at the panel. Okay, what they about to announce? What they about to let it? Oh, dude, don't tell me it's going to be another commercial. I see it right now. What if we get a commercial? Funny enough, they do mention they're going to show a sneak peek at that commercial that they made. Remember last week how we talked about, which I'm sorry, I guess I didn't know how to say I was calling it Apple Orchid, but the brand is called Apple Orchid. Orchid? I honestly can't say that word for some reason. Apple Orchid? Forgive me, whatever. It's a beer brand, and they do mention at the San Diego Comic-Con they're going to give people there a sneak peek to that short film. Come on now. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Sneak peek, 10 seconds of an ad. Yeah, can you imagine that? This is what we've gotten. Jason's going to have a panel there, and people are going to be shown 10, 20 seconds of a commercial, and that is their woo! That's what San Diego Comic-Con's about, right? The woos. It's Batman vs. Superman. Whoa! Robert Downey Jr. coming back for Avengers. Whoa! 10 seconds of a Jason Voorhees commercial. Those are crickets, by the way. The one guy who just likes anything. Whoa! Y'all guys don't like Apple Orchid? Or Orchid? Okay. So there was that. That's going to be happening. The panel that is probably, though, on my most anticipated for this, and I'm close to maybe reaching out, seeing if somehow I can appear or do something there, but Coyote vs. Acme will indeed be making appearance at San Diego Comic-Con. They will have a little panel there, and oh, dude, what a long way we have come. This movie's actually happening, getting released next year. Now, this panel will be interesting because they'll finally get to talk about a little bit of the movie, give us some more insight. It'd be cool if they have like a first poster they can hand out to people there. What kind of celebrities will be there? Because that's the part I'm curious about. It's like, we saw how they handled the release of the other Looney Tunes movie. What was it? The Day the Earth Blew Up? The Day the Earth Blew Up Looney Tunes movie, which I still really like. I recommend to you guys. I thought it was a lot of fun. But we saw they didn't have the biggest marketing budget for it, and it unfortunately showed a little bit. Not a ton of people showed up, but also it's a 2D animated movie. Not a lot of people show up for that anyways nowadays. Still a fun movie. How is that going to work now with Coyote vs. Acme? What kind of marketing budget are they working with? And how many of the stars are going to be wanting to help out? I think Will Forte, who's like the main human character, has already said, oh, dude, call me up, sign me up. I will do any press tours and things like that. Meaning, looking like he'll do it without having to be paid for. Someone like John Cena is a lot more busy, is constantly working. They don't just do it for free, since it's not even the studio that made the movie. I don't know if they're obligated to do press tours and interviews. So it'd be nice to see some people show up and do that, but if not, it'll probably end up being some of the voice actors involved and things like that, animators, maybe director, which I think would still be nice. Either way, it's just nice to know this is happening, and I can't wait to see what kind of creative marketing they do to really push this movie out, because I want her to be a success, man. I really like it. If this movie flops, it's just gonna suck, because it's gonna be nothing but people going, see, that's why they wrote it off for tax purposes. It's a flop. You guys let this movie flop, you fake Looney Tunes fans. 1A, 1A, 1A. That's what I'm going to do to that person. Let me tell you that. So we'll see what happens. You guys let me know, though, out of everything kind of showing up at San Diego Comic-Con, what do you actually want to see? What do you think will be the most standout thing? Love to hear from you. All right. Let's talk some Spider-Man.